This week on Reese's Mythological Pieces, we're joined by the mother-daughter duo of Demeter, goddess of seasons and fertility, and Persephone, the girl of with a flower's beauty. These special guests came all the way across the fiery depths of the underworld, extravagant Mount Olympus, and the mortal world of Ulysses. What a trip. So ladies, how are we?
I'd be better if my daughter wasn't in the underworld half the year. Ugh.
Way to start us off, Mom. Here we go.
I told you not to eat the food! The one thing I told you not to do, and you do it!
If it wasn't for your anger issue burden and thunder-controlling brother, we wouldn't be in this mess.
Alrighty, we seem to be getting off topic here. So I'll start with a few of my questions about your guys' recent odyssey. So Persephone, how was it being seduced by Hades?
You mean kidnapped? Abducted? Stolen? I wouldn't call that seduction. The only thing close to seductive about the whole deal was the golden chariot. And while we're at it, what kind of uncle does that to their niece?
That rat bastard.
Really makes Thanksgiving awkward now that any child I would have would also be my cousin.
Alrighty, tension seemed to be getting a little high. Let's go talk to the gods to get their take on what happened.
I mean, yeah, everyone heard her. Couldn't have missed it. I got so mad I accidentally sunk Atlantis. Anywho, we didn't really care, honestly. Shit like that happens all the time. My son has the head of a bull, and some chick getting kidnapped is what I'm supposed to be worried about?
Thanks, gods. Wow, aren't they just great?
Douchebag.
So Demeter, as a mother, how did you react when you found out your daughter was down in the underworld?
I think I was fairly level-headed for a mother with a lost child.
Yeah, right. You look like a chicken with their head cut off. Or that guy when I turned his body into a chicken. Both really encapture it, frankly. And I could smell you from the afterlife. Take a bath, dude.
If you guys would have let me know where she was, I wouldn't have to wait on Hecate. Maybe I would have handled things differently. She had to go all the way to Helios just to find out it's none other than my brother to blame. Unbelievable.
And they were siblings.
Oh my god, they were siblings. This is some seriously sticky family drama. So from what I've heard through the grapevine, you went down to the mortal world next, correct?
Correct. I had no choice but to withdraw from the assembly of gods. I was still deeply grieving, so I left Olympus and headed to Ulysses.
And what did you do down there?
You wouldn't believe her. Kidnapping a freaking baby disguised as an old woman.
You don't understand how hard it is to be a mother. You are barely a grown girl. It's not what it sounds like.
Doubtful.
The daughter of Helios treated me kindly, brought me to the boy, and told me if I should bring him up to puberty, such rewards for rearing him would be given to me.
What about the whole carried off to sea story, huh?
Don't lecture me about lying. You really are the pot calling the kettle black.
So back to my questions. Demeter, did anything come out of your efforts to raise this boy?
Well, in order to be a good mother, I attempted to make the boy immortal like me, so I can be a mother forever. Besides, his mother doesn't know what's good for him. I'm the bringer of gifts and splendid things, after all.
Ha! Is that why that big old temple was built? All those people brought you gifts, and you were worshipped all night long? You loved all the attention you were getting from them, so why were you so stubborn when we tried to send you gifts? All dark-veiled, weeping, crying. You were hysterical.
Yeah, you were so mad it looked like you could have destroyed the whole race of mortal men and us.
Well, I think I speak for everyone when I say I sure as hell am glad you didn't.
Did someone say hell?
What the fuck?
Who invited this fucker?
Keep it PG, ladies. Hades, what a pleasant surprise.
Heyo, just stopping by. I've got a fruit basket here. Anyone want a pomegranate?
I'm not falling for it, asshole.
You already did. Prudent-minded little girl.
Mom, how is that bad?
Yeah, Mom. What did you mean by that?
Zip it. This was your plan all along, wasn't it? Stealing my daughter? I expected more from my own brother.
Listen, when you're as great, all-powerful, and worshipped like me, you need a girl just as important, man.
Aww.
I never gave you permission to have my daughter.
Did you ask her? And it's not like you don't get to see her anymore. It's called a compromise, lady.
Compromise. Great segue to my next question, Hades. So, as a mother and daughter, how was it being reunited?
The only nice thing about it was the hug.
Can you blame me? I suspected trickery.
Not trickery from me. I told you the whole truth. I ate the pomegranate, but not because I wanted to. Hades forced me to eat it.
Hey, wait a minute. That's not what we...
Not now, honey.
It doesn't matter. You still ate the pomegranate, and now I never get to see you.
Now, hold on a minute. From my understanding, a compromise was reached, and Persephone does still visit you, Demeter. Is that true?
Well, yes, technically, but I'm still not happy about it.
I'm stuck with you for 6 fucking months. Is that not long enough? That's a 50-50 split. God, I feel like the child of a divorce right now.
Compromise wasn't all bad. Demeter, you did bring the seasons back, correct?
I did.
Then we went to the party with the gods. I think my mom and I have come to an understanding, and we had a blast at the party.
And some party that was. You brought all your drama completely uninvited and made us deal with it. The only reason you got invited was because Zeus wanted someone to suck up to him.
Alrighty, folks, if the gods don't smite me, I'll see you here next week on Reese's Mythological Pieces, where we hear from Medusa and get her perspective on how everything turned to stone. Thanks for listening.